Hello, I'm Tactical Pascal. Welcome to the channel. I hope this finds you all safe and well. In this DCS World video, I'm going to show you how to use the air-to-ground rockets unguided and air-to-ground bombs in the MiG-21 fish bed. It's very simple, it's very easy, and hopefully this is going to get us with more fish bed flyers in the servers because it's an absolute belter of an aircraft. So let's get cracking, shall we? So here we are in the cockpit of the MiG-21. Let me pause it initially and then we'll have a look at the stores on the outside. So, center line fuel tank because the MiG-21 has very small legs. So on the inner pylons we have two sets of 16 S5 rockets. And then the outer pylons we have the S24s. Now the inner pylons they're going to be used for soft targets. The outer pylons, the S24, they're normally used for hard targets. I'll bring up the details about the missiles now. Or rather, the rockets now, not the missiles. So first we get the S24, details in the top right there. And then we've got the S5, again, details on the top right. So, in the actual cockpit itself, to arm the weapons, it's very simple. What I'll do is I'll straight away unpause the mission, and then I'll do it. So, left-hand side, air-to-air, air-ground master mode. Put that switch down to the ground position. Then let's fire our smaller rockets first, so our S5. So we're going to rotate the rock around to the top left, and we're going to fire 2 bursts of 8. So each of the rocket pods will fire 8. And then what I'm going to do is arm the gun. I'm going to make sure I'm at launch, and then I'm shooting and auto, so down, up, up. That's it, we're ready to rock and roll. So autopilot's coming off. I'm taking fire from ground targets somewhere there, so I'm going to roll right and then left. Okay, there's targets there, so they're going to get the good news with the rockets. So burner on. Now as we're firing, as I do this little orbit, we're going to have this little red eyebrow light here. It's dark red now. It will light up when we're ready to launch. So when we're in range, that's going to light up. If we're too close to the ground, this is our abort attack, so we're going to either crash at the ground or we're going to catch some shrapnel from our weapon. So fire at this one, pull away at this one. Simple. So rolling back in on that tree line now, keeping the speed up. Gentle roll because we don't want to pull too hard and pull the wing tank off. So I'm going to roll out there, coming off the speed, let the wings level, zoom in a little bit. Taking up all the shots, and then eyebrow light was on red. That's 2 bursts, so that's 16 rockets gone. Now I should have no rockets left in the pod, so what we'll do is to double check, because MiG and nothing that can tell us. F2, and we can see here our rocket pods are empty, so that 2 pass rocket pods are empty. Let's get rid of some weight. So inboard stations, jettison, so we've now got our S24s left only. So we'll start a little right hand turn back towards the target, and then we'll arm the S24s. Now they're both going to come off at the same time. Now they're in the outer pylon, so that's stations 3 and 4 here. So I'm going to bring the rocker round to the S24 rocket, and I'm going to fire stations 3 and 4. So you can't fire 1 and 2, 3 then 4. It's got to be 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. So we'll rotate back round, gain a little altitude, and then we'll look for our eyebrow lights this time, the launch, and then wave off. So again, not pulling too hard on that stick because we don't want to rip off the center line fuel tank. Coming up, we can see our little tower of smoke over there where we've engaged those first targets, so I'm going to put that in about the 1 o'clock position and then level the wings. So come around now, level off there. So put the power on, build up a bit of speed. Then I'm just going to dive in. Now when I dive in, I'm going to come off the throttle and then release the weapons down towards it. And it's that simple. The rockets are very, very easy to use. So I got the speed up, passing 800 kilometers an hour. So what's that? Decimal 6.5. So we're nearly at decimal 7. So going to come speed off, roll in, slight inversion, rotate out of that dive, then look for our target. There it is in the middle of the trees there, got a tank coming across and Fire those missiles, rockets rather. That's a huge explosion. Up and away if we need to. Chaff as we go, sorry, flares as we go. And that's more targets on fire. And that is our weapons now completely used. We're now down to gun. So if we want to switch the gun, we simply put this rocker up to the gun position, and then we roll in and we fire at them again. So we'll do that. Again, nice gentle pull, but a steady rate of turn. Maintaining 650 on the airspeed, so that's about what? Decimal 5-ish? Something like that. It's a nice slow turn round. We're not in a dogfight, we're just trying to get lined up nice and gently for a target run. Burner will go on a little bit. Roll out there. Have a look in, see what we can see. We got a couple of things still down there. In range, got the launch code, or the launch light. We got the breakaway light. So we'll break away, pop out some flares again. And that is air-to-ground rockets in the MiG. Now, what we'll do is we'll jump back to the editor and load up some bombs. So we'll start with the same thing. So we'll get our MiG heading towards the target. Let's go for our loadout. So here I had the S5s and I had the S24 rockets. Now this time what I'll do is I'll bring some bombs. And I'll bring Fab 100s. I'll bring 4 on the inner pylons. Fab 100. And then we'll go bombs in the outer pylon as well. Let's go for a Fab 250. Now we'll go for bomb Fab 250. Now we can see here we are overweight, so we're just going to drop a little bit of fuel out so we're not overweight. Now the bombs themselves, when we drop these, all 8 sorry, will come off at the same time from these inner pylons, and then we'll drop the 2 at the end. For information on all the bombs, just basically hover over it and then go up to the encyclopedia and you can find out all the information about the bomb itself. So let's go back into the editor and fly the profile for the bombs. So here we are back in the MiG. Let me put the autopilot on and then get the speed up. Here she comes. Cool, autopilot's on. Right now for bombs, slightly different. When we air ground master mode again, it's ground. And then what we want to do behind the stick is this little latch here. Lift it, flick the switch up and then close it. Our bombs are now armed. But we won't drop them. Let me come off autopilot so I can not fly over the target this time. What we'll do is we need to go launch mode again, so ASP mode down, and then we need bombardment, so that's the B, so that's the bottom switch, so we need down, down, up. Now what we're going to get in our little reticle here is we will see where the bomb's going to fall as we go. So left hand side, at the top left we have bomb, we have stations 1 and 2 which are the inner, station 3 and 4 which is the outer, so I'm going to go 1 and 2 because I want to drop all those Fab 400s. So we're going to roll in, look for our target over there, put the speed on so we don't stall out, get the nose down a little bit, then we'll put it off. In fact we don't need to put it off at 1 o'clock, we can roll straight in and do our little gentle dive. We're just going to drop the bombs somewhere on the beach, so we're going to roll out now as it passed the shoulder there, and we can just see the edge of the reticle at the bottom there. Now we've got launch so we can drop it now, but we're not, the reticle's not come up, so we're waiting on the reticle coming out of the HUD, waiting for the reticle, there it is, pickle, up and away, look behind, got one of the targets, and if we look outside the aircraft, all of those bombs are gone, because again with the MiG you can't drop them as individuals, it's all of them or none of them. So we've dropped stations 1 and 2. We'll now go for stations 3 and 4, which are the outer pylons, which are Fab 250s. So we'll go back in, but we'll get a little bit of height this time, and then we'll dive in at a steeper angle so we can see that reticle, because it only popped up a little bit. And again, we have our launch queue and we'll have our breakaway queue. Losing a bit of speed there, so I'm just going to roll out level there where we climb. Looking back over at the right, we can see the pillar of smoke, good target marking. Gentle turn. Keep coming round. Okay, we'll bring the nose down to the horizon now. Don't need to climb any higher than that. So just doing a level turn now. Getting ready to come off the power because we'll be diving fast. Off the power. Roll out as the target gets over the shoulder there of the aircraft. Then we're going to dive down. Now we can see here, diving straight into the target. Got our launch, but our reticle's not up yet. That's going to be the target there shooting at us. Bombs away. Splash the target. Now you see there the reticle didn't slide onto the screen, but I knew with the height I was at, dropping that's going to be bang on the target again. Back in with guns we go. We're going to roll in and then do some more strafing. So roll in, flick it up to gun shooting. Find our little target somewhere down there. Somewhere in the tree line. Burn her on. Burn her off a little bit. Get the flares out. Away we go. That's how easy it is to bomb in the MiG and how easy it is to use the rockets. It's quite simple. Yeah, that's the video. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, Tactical Pascale out.